Hello. Hello.
Hello, namaste everyone. हमरा ना लगे थी कि हम anything extra बोलर जे already now बोलर गए हैं, लेकिन said nobody thank you, but so I really want to thank the ANTA Executive Committee for holding this AGM and very beautifully and very successfully for that matter. So when I speak as an advisor, I hope I'm echoing what other advisors who are not here have the same feelings what I have. You guys have done a wonderful job, not today, but throughout the years during the pandemic, be it raising the funds, be it doing some groundworks in Nepal as well as in the USA. So I'm really proud to be a part of this group. Other than that, I mean, we heard about all the amendments in the bylaws. I should be brutally honest, I have not got a chance to read it, but I would like to read it once it is finalized because I don't think I could add much since I lack experience in this matter. But I know there are a lot of people who are more experienced and they would be giving you valuable suggestions. I guess these are the only few words I have. Is there anything you want me to answer?
Yeah, I mean, we need to
I know, and I will tell you, and I have to tell this because he was very much involved with ANTA. Don't take me wrong if he didn't show up today, because he was very much involved. He was so involved, and that's why he got too hurt when ANTA broke down. In what a coincidence, such an unfortunate that the place ANTA began, the place where ANTA was founded, was the place ANTA broke. So that was in Columbus, Ohio. And I hope the founders and other advisors are listening, and hopefully they can contribute some of the time with the passion they founded this organization, if they could. And I hope they are in this lifetime, they really can spare some of their time to amend this thing. Amend this ANTA, the broken ANTA. We don't know how it will happen, but I really do hope that. And not if this group of people, hopefully in the future one, we should always keep in mind. Nevertheless, whatever you guys have done, and I really hope the future generation who comes in and controls this organization as a part of it would have the same passion for this organization and would look forward to be inclusive of everyone coming today or already there, and more diverse group of people. We have known from Mrs. Aparajita Jha that, look, a lot of people, like Siva Mishra ji and Kalisha Chaudhary, even though they lived in the US for a long time, they did not get associated with ANTA. That's unfortunate because we have not been capitalizing their interest, their passion, and their knowledge and in depth. So I really hope that in future we are more diverse and more group of people come in. So somebody mentioned about the ethics, and I would like to say, as a state employee in Ohio, we do have to take ethics lesson every year, and actually I had to take on the last minute because I got a reminder email, we have not taken this test. What I plan to say is as an ANTA, you can make ethics like a course chapter. It's not a long course, and you could put these real life scenarios, like when somebody went to somebody's houses at the middle of a night to scare them. You can use that scenario and train them. This is not something acceptable, and this is illegal in one way. The other thing is, if you're writing some nasty emails, you shouldn't do that. And these are real life scenarios where you can put this in this ethics course, and actually whoever is trying to participate as an executive committee member, they need to take this course, and they need to show the completion of the certificate. You have it. So later on, when you do this mistake, you don't say, oh, I really didn't know that. Well, you took the course, you should know it. So that's one of my recommendations for moving forward. I know we are late, so anything else I can add?
How is your experience in that?
So good. Actually, I was not involved with ANTA for the mainstream. I knew ANTA a lot because Rajasthan was really into it. And I remember talking on the phone for hours and hours, because of that, you know that, even for straight 9 hours. And sometimes I would be like, why are you joining? And my family life is suffering. My kids were young then. They are now 14 and 9 and a half, so much better safe. But I mean, I had a great experience, and thanks to you, Mrs. Jha, because you pulled me in. You know, that was the first time I got involved with ANTA. So thanks to you, and I hope I had done some some job, and I had taken some work to do it. So yeah, feel free to use me anytime. That will
That's
thank
good
you so
call, though.
much.
That's a really good call, yeah. Feel good to use.
This is the true empowerment.
Exactly. That's what I say.
Member to
Hi,
the advisor.
Who am I calling? Neeraj Chaudhary. I know. Give a big round of applause for him.
Yes,
He works all the time.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes. All right. So now I think we are at the end of the program. So I don't know, I mean, if you guys can see us or not, but I have here Tolisarji. Okay, see, I need your help, please. We have Tolisarji here. He's our joint secretary. So first, Tolisarji will go, and then I'll follow up him.
Sure, thank you so much, Dhirajji. First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for ANTA. And one thing I want to really highlight before going anything, because this is having a lot about ethics and anything at all. So, सबसे पहले I want to say we talk in English, Hindi, and even Nepali, Maithili, but I didn't hear any word in Awadhi. So I want to speak especially in Awadhi, and I wish you all gonna understand, and you have to understand. So, हमारा नाम तौलेश्वर प्रसाद चौधरी, हम मतलब कपिल गोष्ठी से बिलोंग करी है, जो कि तराई के मध्य पार्ट है पूर्व पश्चिम से लेके, और यहाँ पे 2010 से लेके अभी तक मतलब 7 साल नाथुलाना, फिर 5 साल से जो है कोलंबस में. तो जब से मूव बहन आई थिंक आई हर्ड अबाउट ANTA लाइक मतलब 2012 में आई थिंक हम सुने पहली बार वन ऑफ माय टेक्सास फ्रेंड, एंड उसके बाद देन but problem like I'm the person who don't just go follow anything if no one interested to call it publicly. So वो समय पे का मतलब कि जैसे अभी बात हुआ ना, मतलब कि ANTA तो 2005 से, तो question why not no one look for the person that other than only Janakpur and whatever I mean saying. So जब मतलब I heard first time this is like April, पहली बार की अपराजिता जी के लीडरशिप में 4 Saturday अवध पे जो है प्रोग्राम होता है, I was really happy and जैसे हम सुने मतलब no I want to speak everything, that's fine because we are all in Torah, but so जैसे हम सुने मतलब I think शिवया के मैसेज से तो कैसे okay I will join right away. तो उस समय पे हमारी एक प्रोग्राम मिस कर गए हैं, तो दूसरा ज्वाइन कर से पहले 2 घंटा पूरा उपवास किए थे, दूसरे को ज्वाइन किए, और आई थिंक एज आई रिमेंबर तब से अभी तक आई थिंक आई हैवंट मिस्ड एनी ऑफ द इवेंट प्रोग्राम. तो तब से जो है अभी तक मतलब अपनी तरफ से जितना हम लोग ट्राई किया जाता है, उसके बाद इस सेक्टर में तमाम पश्चिमी प्रोग्राम भी हुआ और बहुत खुशी लगा था वो में जो है कि अवधी भाषा भी यहाँ पे हम लोग बाजल थी, वो भी मैथिली थोड़ा मिक्स कर दिया उसमें, ये वो वर्ड में ANTA से सीखा है कि ये बाजल थी, तो और इसमें जो है वी गोइंग लाइव, सो आई एम रियली हैप्पी अबाउट दैट. बट ओवरऑल जितना भी अभी जो मतलब काइंड ऑफ डोंट टेक मोर टाइम मोर देन 2 मिनट. सो मेरे से क्या कहा चाहिए मतलब कि अभी हम लोग जितना भी अमेंडमेंट कर लें और जितना भी मतलब लॉ बना लिया जाए, जितना भी रूल रेगुलेशन अप्लाई कर लिया जाए, अंत में क्वेश्चन आउट जैसा भी मतलब सांसद बोले हैं मतलब इथिक्स के बारे में, या भी मतलब दिनेश जितना गवर्नमेंट के बारे में बोले हैं, और जितना भी बोला जाए तो हम आई थिंक इस टॉपिक में थोड़ा बात करने पहले 1-2 मिनट में चाहिए था. अगर कोई भी नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चलावे है अच्छे से सक्सेसफुल रूप से, वो वहां सबका पद से हट के सबसे पहले ही चाहना हो चाहिए कि मतलब जैसे अभी सेवा बोलते हैं सेवा की भावना, मतलब हम लोग पद ना हो के मतलब कोई भी काम के लिए कैन आई बी हेल्प टू दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विदाउट सिटिंग इन एनी पोजीशन, इवन नॉट इवन द जनरल मेंबर, फॉरगेट अबाउट जनरल मेंबर, लाइफ मेंबर, कैन आई हैव दैट पावर टू हेल्प दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. अगर वो इस तरह की सोच हम लोग अपने में डेवलप कैसे कर जाता है, तो दैट if अवधा के मतलब 100% से अगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में या कमिटी में आई कैन से आउट ऑफ 10 अगर 2-4 लोग ही वही मेरे के और सोच रख सकते हैं कि आई कैन बी फुल्ली व्हाटएवर टाइम आई हैव आई कैन सपोर्ट दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, देन दैट संस्था रन वेरी वेल. तो हमारा कहा मतलब क्या है कि जैसे हम लोग बहुत बार बरकरार गया है इंडिया में जो है मतलब इलेक्शन होते हैं, होते हैं मतलब, और yes we do elections, there is no choice, ultimate we all know right, election तो ultimate सब कुछ ना हो तो election तो होगा ही, there is no choice, but is there any other process to so that we can accumulate everyone? जैसे अभी हम लोग जो है तो मतलब हम लोग थीम्स का है time to pass the baton to the newer generations. I think that's really good. But I want to add more on that one. Not only the newer generations, is there any baton to pass to include newer generation, older generation, upcoming generation, everyone? Like अभी जो हम लोग सुन रहे थे मतलब आप लोगों से कि जो अंदर निकल रहा है हम लोग पहले से तो आपको कमी आ रहा है, right? कि we have updated the law, we have updated the bylaw, but what we can do if someone violated? Let's say put 7 days. अगर कोई नहीं किसी तो हम लोग क्या करा जाएगा समय पे? We're not doing like now we know right something parallel happening. Can you do anything? No. If I try to do law-wise, maybe going to $100,000 expense. So हमारा लास्ट में हम कहा क्या चाहिए मतलब कि जितना भी लॉ जितना भी कुछ बना लिया जाए अंत में क्या होता है इथिक्स उसके बाद होता है, तो मतलब हम लोग ऐसा कोई रास्ता बना मतलब खोज सकते हैं, चाहे वो इलेक्शन के लिए कहा जाए या नेक्स्ट अपकमिंग एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी कहा जाए, कौन ऐसा रास्ता खोज सका है जोने में कि not only the only young generations, everyone जो पहले को आप लोग इससे एक्सपीरियंस लोग हो जाए राइट, आप लोग भी मतलब एक बार फोन कर भी जानकारी बोलते में आवाम में समस्या ना हो, मतलब एक लगाव वही के बने, तो अगर वही हम लोग माहौल बना सका था तो देयर विल वेरी गुड ऑप्शंस, तो को बनाओ हमरे विचार से कैसा हम मतलब समस्या दिखाता है और सॉल्यूशन हमारे से एक अच्छा सॉल्यूशन हमें का लगा था अपन सोच कैसे देखे भी मिनट में खत्म कर जाए थे, सॉल्यूशन मिल गया था कि हम लोग लॉ बनाओ जाए इलेक्शन कुछ भी करा जाए दैट्स गुड, लेकिन क्या ऐसा पॉसिबिलिटी है कि इलेक्शन कमिटी ना कह के कैन वी हैव अ कोऑर्डिनेशन कमिटी? कोऑर्डिनेशन कमिटी मींस वो ये क्या कर सकते हैं मतलब इलेक्शन आवे से 4 महीने पहले हम लोग पब्लिकली आस्क कर सकते हैं हु वांट बी इंटरेस्टेड इन कमिटी ऑफ अपकमिंग एंटा, and we have already right something 1 year or whatever 2 years service, that's good, based on that criteria we just select the name and then we have like an internal meeting and find the one core upcoming team, and then after when मैं करेक्ट बात करूँ कि मतलब वहाँ I guess not 100% but maybe 60% most of members will be agree because we already collected the name from everyone and hand over those meeting with the coordination committee. Don't say election committee because election always gonna divide. We know at past 16 में समय whoever lose they're gonna away, whoever win they're gonna stay. Can you have a coordination committee, collect the name of all interested one, then find one core one team, and then go formally for the elections. And in the day, possibility is very less to come another like panel. If come, they will have a less power because we already asked for everyone. So हमें क्या कह सकते मतलब कि अगर हम लोग पहले से इलेक्शन के नाम लिया जाए तो सपोज टीपी एक अलग पैनल बना के ही है, तो जो है मतलब साजी अलग पैनल बना के है, कोई यादव अलग पैनल बना के, जब पैनल ऑलरेडी पब्लिक में जा चुकी तब कहा जी लेट्स कोऑर्डिनेट एवरीवन, I would say 90% impossible because जब हम अपनी घोषणा करते हम एक पद के लिए खड़ा वाले हम तो हम कभी भी पिछाने वाले ना हैं, लेकिन अगर पहले से सबके नाम लेके अगर हम लोग एक कोऑर्डिनेशन कमेटी के साथ मीटिंग करके अगर करा जाता है तो 90% चांसेस इज वी कैन हैव अ वन कोर फाइनल पैनल which can finalize like elections, then if someone come let's do election because we know election is the last chance, there is no choice right, वो लाभ में है और इसके साथ बात भी हुआ तो मतलब दिस वे अभी क्या कहते हैं मतलब ये भी एक सॉल्यूशन हो सकता है, that way we can combine not only a generation but everyone like Philip's experience आसाम जितने लोग पुराने लोग हैं let's welcome everyone and end of the day अगर वो एक कमेटी फॉर्म हो सकता है तो ये पॉसिबल हो सकता है कि जैसे अभी एरिया के प्रेसिडेंट कहना मतलब कि हम लोग यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा देश है अमेरिका में कुछ लोग वही हैं संस्था खुला बैठा है, तो उसमें संस्था हमारा ऐसे भी हो सकता है कि वो संस्था माँ भी जो खुला है जितने भी संस्था है नेपाल सबका एक बना के जा सकते हैं धारणा से, मतलब let's be open minded and welcome everyone, try to unite everyone, not only young generations but older generation, newer generation, upcoming everyone. If we go that way I think we are Nepali all trying can be unite और वही तरीका से अभी तो जैसे खाली जनकपुर होना हो गया, अभी हम लोग उधर से अभी हम लोग ट्राई करे थे कि सुदूर पश्चिम से 2-4 लोग का आए लेकिन इन्वॉल्व एवरीवन तो कंप्लीट तरह के एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बन जाए, उसके लिए फ्यूचर के लिए शुभकामना और धन्यवाद और ये बोले मौका देले धन्यवाद so much. So we'll see how it goes. So that's why I propose one solution only. Possible solution may not be. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Talisarji. Well, finally I'm here, right? All right, so I'm going to present General Secretary report. Since we already have, like almost 5:23 p.m. I'm not going to take much of your time, but yeah, let's start it. So first, I want to introduce this, I would say, energetic, volatile chair. There are some volatile team members here. So I'll say energetic and volatile. So as you can see on our presentation here, the most, I would say, energetic president, Mrs. Abrita Dhadi, followed by our Mr. Siva Mishra-ji, and then we have some more. We have Randeep-ji, Mukesh-ji, and then we have Tolisa-ji. There are, this is our team, current executive team, who is working lot hard and keeping in mind the society, I would say society, community. So I'm just seeing here, our website, and then we see identity, integration, and then empowerment. And this committee has worked very hard to maintain these three things we have. That the Tarai.org, that Association of Nepali Tarayan in America, that we are going to maintain. And I believe we have maintained this one. So we have worked in different aspects to maintain these three things here. Identity, all we know that where we were and where we are now. And the credit goes to ANTA founders, followed by different ANTA past presidents, and then also the current president. Integration and then empowerment. As you can see here, integration. I have been serving in this committee, ANTA, in this organization like about 3 executive terms, and so most of the times the executive committee members were either from the east side or somewhere from the middle of Nepal. I didn't see anybody from the western side. This committee, you can see there are 2 members. They came from the western part of Nepal, and that we are making this inclusive committee. So we are now integrated. The ANTA is now integrated. Empowerment. In the past committees, I saw, hardly there are like maybe couple of the, women in the committees. In this current committee now, you can see how many energetic ladies are there. Mrs. Abrita Dhadi, Dr. Navrata, where is the beautiful, Sunena, our advisor, Dr. Didi, and then I see Ruby Dev, Dr. Yadav. There are so many,
Annapurna Didi.
Annapurna Didi, our board of advisors chair. So we have so many ladies. Shamlisa from our California chapter. So this is the committee that I was expecting from the long time now, and we have got it. So we already have made this empowerment. We always talk about women empowerment, and we have made it. Correct? Now I'm going to show you some slides here. Thank you, Mukesh, for helping me here. So just like our executive central executive committee, we have some chapter committees. Because of Corona, COVID, we are not able to work as we are expecting. Because of COVID-19, there were some shutdown, there were some restrictions, all those kind of things. But still, we have current working chapters like intermediate chapter that is led by Mr. Deepak Yadav. We have ANTA California chapter, the first ever in the ANTA history, led by Mrs. Samli Shah. The first ever chapter which is led by a woman.
No, I would do a short correction. Mrs. Neelu Jha Khatibada.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
She was former GNYC chapter
right.
president.
I'm sorry. Yeah, she was former GNYC chapter president. You're right. Thank
So
you.
she is continuing the legacy.
Correct. We have another one, ANTA Carolina chapter, that is led by Mr. Ashwakanand Dev. And then ANTA Kansas Missouri chapter, which is led by Mr. Basant Chaudhary. So these four chapters are currently in.
You don't have a New York chapter right now?
New York chapter, it's under. We have to announce, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that is not under. Full functional. So we are working on that. But in few days, we are going to announce some couple of chapters. So here is the energetic team from ANTA Midwest chapter, led by Deepak Yadavji and then his team here. And there are so energetic like Naveen, Ravi, Anil, Iswar, Indira. These they are very experienced and they are very eager to serve the society. So yeah, I would like to thank Mr. Deepak Yadavji team for his work here. All right, then I would like to go the next ANTA California chapter led by Mrs. Samlisa, and like I said, she came a little bit later, but still there are so many activities going on in California. Recently, we have did that Deepavali, Chhath, all those celebrations over there. So hats off to Mrs. Samlisa Dili for your nice job doing at California chapter. Like I said, there is Carolina chapter and there is Kansas Missouri chapter. I don't have the slides here, but yes, like I showed you before, there are 4 chapters currently going on here. So we have some ANTA projects I want to discuss. Yeah. So this is just the summary of ANTA projects, just one screenshot. As you can see, in what varieties of fields we are working on. You can see there we are helping. Because of the COVID, there was shutdown in Nepal, and then there was lockdown. I would say lockdown. People were not able to work. So as ANTA, a community organization, we need to help them, and then for that we have raised so many charity programs like donations and then some giving Tuesday programs too. So I will go some of the projects that we have done. This is the recent one last month, I would say, ANTA Award Summit in Kapilvastu. In this program, our purpose was, when there was lockdown, the schools were closed. Students were facing so many problems. They were not able to go to school, all the schools were closed, and they were some kind of mentally, effect due to the lockdown. So we are trying to figure out, okay, what, effects they are getting from the lockdown, how we can, help them, what are the problems they are facing, not only students, but the academic field. So I would like to thank our senior vice president, Mr. Sivaji. He was leading this project, and then it was a grand success. There were so many attendees, and we got so many good feedbacks about this program. And I can show you some screenshots here, over here. You can see that it's not only a program that gives us idea of the effect on the education, but it was a culture show. As you know, ANTA is promoting culture, different culture. either it's in the Mithila culture or it's in the Awadh culture. So in this program, we can see here from this screenshot that there are so many, guests. There are so many culture show here. I can see that culture show here. So our purpose was to know the culture, to promote the culture, our culture throughout the world. You can see here, this is the project in Mahotri. In Mahotri, we have different projects. In these projects, this is basically we are doing the awareness program. Like you all know, in COVID-19, people were not educated how to use mask properly. So we work with Jan Jagriti Yuva Club. This is a local volunteer club in Nepal. We work with them and then they help us to educate people. Here you can see in the screenshot, we are educating health professionals like nurses or AHEBA or those kind of people. They are not aware of the COVID vaccines. When I asked them, okay, do you heard about the COVID vaccines when they are going to available or where we can take that vaccines? They said no. So we educated them, okay, this is the way you can get the information about COVID-19 vaccine, and we teach them, okay, what you can make people awareness, how you can make people awareness, how you can teach people to wear mask properly. So in this project, you can see in this picture, we are training health professionals, and then we are also supporting some like masks and then some other stuffs here in this picture to our general public. This one is from the Parsa. As you can see, in the lockdown, the marginal community, that I would say marginal community means those who lives in the daily audience. So they were very difficulty when they were not able to work. So ANTA supported those marginal community who really need support. So here in this picture you can see we work with Happy Foundation locally from Parsa district, and then we have distributed food supplies along with health awareness stuffs to them. Next one, you can see here, this is Health Services Nepal, a team led by doctors. So many distinguished doctors are in this HSN organizations, and then we work with them to provide health services like masks and then some gloves and then some medicines to Mandal Institute of Health Sciences, that is in province 2. So we provided some health-related stuff, health-related materials to the health workers, as well as what we did, we work with them. We just run the tele-consultation. Whoever has any questions about the COVID-19 or any other kind of medical problems, they can directly call to this HSN and then they can consult the doctors. This is free of charge that we have done. ANTA working with local donors. ANTA, as you all know that ANTA has a limited resource. We have to depend on all our volunteers, all our donors. So ANTA worked with local donors and then provided some food supplies during the COVID-19 lockdown. As you can see here, ANTA works throughout Nepal and USA. I'm coming to USA part. In Nepal, it works from eastern region to western Nepal. from Rajviraj to Bardia, Kapilvastu, Lumbini, all those areas. So this is one of the food program we have run when doctors, health professionals, or patients, they were admitted to the hospitals and there were difficulty, they were not getting food in time. So we distributed food packages to them in this program and it was very successful. Thanks goes to our Joint Secretary, Tolisarji, and then Senate Vice President, Sivaji, for coordinating with this program. Alright, so I'm almost close to... Okay, so I will have one more here that is also related with COVID. You guys may be wondering why we are just talking about COVID. Since we took over this current executive committee, unfortunately, we are just facing COVID-19. And we have to deal with COVID-19. So that's the reason, we were much worked with the COVID-19, felicitation, how we are going to prevent it, how we are going to support people in COVID. This is the program, COVID testing program that we run at Bara, Mahabari, my municipality. Around 300 people were tested. So the thing, it was really difficult in Nepal to get tested. You have to wait like month and month. So what we did, we just worked with the local organizations over there and then we tested like 300 people. We identified the reason where much of the patients, much of the people are not tested or they are getting, just fear that, oh, I may have got COVID-19. So we identify those areas and then work with local volunteers to run this program. It was very successful, as you can see here in the picture, how we are doing that here. Now, coming to USA. ANTA not only work in Nepal or not only supporting Nepal here, we are also working in USA. We are trying to encourage our youth groups. So ANTA has done 3 programs in USA. As you can see here, ANTA Creative Writing Contest. We are trying to involve youths. We are trying to call them, come and do something for our community. We are trying to promote them. So here in the ANTA Creative Writing Contest, I have one more slide that you can see. These are just a couple of certificates we have issued, just to show you that how the creative writing contest was there. Almost Prabhaji is not here, but he is our senior Vice President International, and he was leading this program. Kids, so many kids, including Nepal, they were involved in this writing competition. And believe me, the kids, even like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, they were writing so fantastic. The writing was so fantastic. When you read it, you are so impressed at first sight. The second one I see, ANTA Presidential Volunteer Programs. As you see, Mr. Yadav, what is his name?
Abhiraj.
Mr. Kaviraj Yadav.
Abhiraj.
Oh, Abhiraj Yadav, sorry. Mr. Abhiraj Yadav, he is involved in this ANTA Presidential Volunteer Program. So what happens, when youths do some volunteer works, like let's say, is our website held or some work assigned by the ANTA. Then we assign, how many hours or how much hours you worked, then we just report that to the presidential program, right? So depending on how many hours they have volunteered, they get the presidential award. I want to thank our advisor, Dr. Dilip. Kudos to you. You work so hard for this entire language learning programs. we thought that, okay, we have youth who is like 15 years, 16 years above. We have kids who is going to school. When we have summer here in USA, they are just going to either play the games at home or, going outside just for hanging out, for visiting. So what our purpose is, ANTA tried, to promote language learning. So when kids know our Tarai spoken languages, at least when they go to Nepal or even here in USA, when they gather, when they meet each other, they can at least know what language they are speaking. Even it is a basic level language learning classes, but I hope it was like almost 3 months program, and it went a lot success. And I would like to thank all those teachers, all those team members who are involved in this language learning programs to make it successfully. All thanks goes to our team members. Well, the last presentation I have here, you can see beautiful ladies, beautiful handsome gents here. This is the cultural program. ANTA, like I mentioned before, it promotes culture, it identifies, it empowers. So we already have empowered, work for the empowerment of women. We already have work for the integration. We already now see on this screen that you can see the culture program. So ANTA tries to protect our cultures. Whatever we celebrate in Nepal, in our origin, we are trying to protect it. Like Chhath, Holi, and even you see that this is the picture from the Diwali that we celebrated last time. So ANTA is working in all around fields to just meet our goals. But still, I want to say, now this is the time for youth. So until youth come on the front, we cannot move ahead. We can suggest them. So I would suggest to make a team that comprised your youth plus some experienced team members. And that gives, the complete team. That makes the complete team. We need suggestions. We have advisors. We need working team. We have experienced team members. But for the future, we need youth. That's the theme of this annual general meeting. Thank you.
Continue the live. So no wonder this gentleman is known for his work and the depth of work he does, which he was able to reflect through the slides. And kudos to you, Biraji. I still remember my time. I'm glad it's going Facebook Live. The darkest of the times we faced, we relied on people who were honest, who held on to their integrity, their honesty, and Dheeraj is one of them. He diligently worked and he chose the right side. He chose to stick to his values. He chose to continue to propel the mission ahead. And I would like to remember my committee's original members who withstood the test of the time. And amongst them, I would like to remember who is in this program. And I would have, it's like a list full of people, but Hiraji, Mukeshji, Santoshji, Sunaina, Gandhirji, Manishji. I'm just thinking of my Prabhatji. All these people And if I'm forgetting, can someone remind me, Mukeshji? If we are those 10 people other than me. So it was a fantastic camaraderie we saw, and these people came along, and that's the team we built on. We made monumental structure based on these people's integrity, their time, their efforts, and then we added another beautiful extension of that building, which saw Dinesh Mandalji, we see Toleswarji, Shivji, Namrata, and so many new people who got added. And thank you so much. Dheerajji and Mukeshji were my strength at that time. So thank you so much. So this annual meeting also gives us an opportunity to announce the next convention. And we announce it tonight that we are going to conduct the convention next year. And we are looking for a place. Most likely, it is going to be in Northeast.
Vegas.
Ohio.
Second bout.
Las Vegas.
Place noted. So we are going in long weekend time. Ohio, Columbus is the choice.
Yes.
Shyamli has sent the California request. I would keep it in New Jersey, continuing with 17 success.
Do it in Texas.
Texas.
Ohio.
Ohio. Cincinnati.
Next convention goes to California.
California. Jay Mandalji is inviting.
I will host the dinner too.
So as you could see through this live video that we haven't chosen yet, it is about the strength of the chapter, how strong our chapter is, because they facilitate, they give support to the convention. Outsiders can fly into the location, but it's the basic work which is laid on the shoulder of the local people. So we need that. Around that time we will hold a convention there, but most likely I want this to be around this area, where I realized Washington DC is the place where we should stick to. I just love it. DMV. So, but the choice is CEC, as you know, that the convention date and time is chosen and decided by them. But it is going to be in 3rd week of May, and that is what? The long weekend?
Memorial. Fourth week, right?
Fourth weekend, maybe 29th of May. That's the long weekend. And get ready, get hyped about your next term, next team. And as we rightly put on our banner, time to pass the baton on to the newer generation. Doesn't mean young people, 18 year, 20 year, newer generation is new people, new idea, new energy, because we have had tremendous excitement this team, and we see that kind of momentum keeping propelling us ahead. So with that note, thank you ANTA community, all those attendees who flew from far and wide. Thank you for your time and your investment in this work. This is a noble work. You have to be in that situation where you receive help, you get support. Unless you put your foot in that shoe, you would not know what we do day in, day out. So thank you so much. And